We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Let him know. Get 300. Get 300. Back. Get 300. Get 300.
Rodgers now on first down. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Defense, keep it up, guys. Whip. Watch the whip. Shift. Go to 50. Hey, 88.
Rodgers now going to throw again. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, exit. Hey, we got Mike.
To throw is Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, Charlie. Yeah. Go to 50.
Rodgers now to throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive. Starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked them, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're as shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game here in this one.
And he needs to start heeding their advice. Now Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11.
Trey 15. Trey 15. Hey, Alpha. 91 is the Mike. Mike 91.
Now Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
Don't go. Waiting.
Good track. Good track.
Ramp. Hey, forward, Tokyo. Hey, Delta.
Wentz now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go. That's it. 57. Mike, 57. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going
2nd and 10. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. A gain there of 21 yards. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right?
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Boston Scott, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Check safety. Check safety. 22, check cover. 22, check cover.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take a shot right away. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for the Eagles. And even 50 yards. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover and boom, hit him with a big one.
The defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch the slant. Off inside. Kill. Hey, Haywood.
Now Rodgers throwing again. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42. Room here to run. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
81.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Forced out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
319.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Go back. Plant. Motion. Hey, take 26. 319.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Bravo. Callie. Don't let Callie.
Now Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess, but it's going to be second down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10.
Watch number 12. Watch number 12. Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Move.
Check 30.
Throwing again. Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Rodgers now on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Strong left, strong left. Man, that's trash.
They'll run now with Dillon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Smooth. Box it, box it, box it, box it.
Watch the eye.
Check.
Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
It's fourth down.
So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. 21-3 is your score after one. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hey. 4 down. Switch. Switch. Check 99.
They'll run with Sanders. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
56.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
158. Get 300. Get 300.
From the 16, Rodgers. And he rifles one incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
88.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Get that ball. Hey, zoom. Jeff. Go get him.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Rodgers now just 5 of 16 throwing the ball, but he's got a 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ward. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Buzz.
Rodgers again now. And that's complete to Adams. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
50. Hey, echo. We are going right now. You got 58. Hey, Lex. 58.
Rodgers to throw once more. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Inside. Hey, orbit.
To throw again. Rodgers. Throw left side complete. It's Ward. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for 28 yards.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's over.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Eagles' 12-yard line.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. And let's pin the mirrors back and go.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Mercedes Lewis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is down to 28-10. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
We're pretty quiet.
Hey, kill it. Hey, Ford, kill it. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Come, baby.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
On first down, Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Back to the air on second down. Love. And that'll be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Record. Both sevens the mic. Both sevens.
From the gun, Love. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You don't want no problems with me.
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Zadarius Smith. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson.
Well, you were backed up into a 2nd and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Throwing is Rodgers. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Hey, exit.
56, Mike, 56.
Wentz going to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's now 4th down.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this 1st half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had a big 1st half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the 2nd half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the 1st half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Kill.
56.
Go.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Throwing now is Wentz. But he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On first down, Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
57.
Mike's 56. Switch up.
Here's Wentz to throw. It's brought in by Jeffrey. 22 yards there, a first down. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Go. Ready? Ram.
Check. Crunch.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. For this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
On 2nd and a yard, Wentz, and Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is.
Let's go.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
I'm coming after you.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
47's the mic.
Hey, Alpha.
Check. 47's the mic.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ward. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43.
Hey, watch.
Jump out.
Check.
61. Matchbox lights. Here, Mike.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
The mic, boy, 47. Check, 47.
You go night.
Night.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. The left side throw complete to Adams. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
13 yards on the play.
He's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch.
47 Mike. Mike, 47. Get 300. Get 300. Hey, Haywood. Plant.
Mike's 47.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Rodgers now on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
My, oh, my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers got his man complete over the middle. That's Ward. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 16. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Jump out.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Yeah, Liz. Hey, wahoo! Bye. For the 50.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And Lewis has it, the tight end. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down.
319.
Hey, here we go. Check 31.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Watch twist.
To throw is Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers get a score closer. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
17 yards and a 1st down for Philly. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Pass incomplete.
The first down pass. Thrown away and incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
I got you, son.
2nd and 10. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Man 5-7.
56.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
Rip right.
To throw, it's Rodgers. This one complete to Devin Funchess. 13 yards, first down, Packers. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
53 is the mic.
Watch the screen. Pass.
Mike. 53, Mike.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Now it's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
158.
Number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, watch me.
Rodgers now on first down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Another run here with Sanders. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
46 down, man. 5-4. Hey, shoot.
3rd down.
Throwing is Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and he didn't do it very often.
Hey, high 7.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got Adams on the hookup. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing, so they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, you block over here.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Mike 35. Let's go, defense. Hey.
Over.
Rodgers to throw once more. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Let's go. 35's the mic. Watch the pass.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. It's Ward. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Let's go, defense.
Five.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Here we go.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the Eagles' 1-yard line.
They come out here in the I. Second and goal from the 1.
Easy.
They'll try again with Jones. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Wins to throw. The 20. He's got the hook up once again to Jeffrey. Give him 30 yards there. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Two jet. Hey, seam 6.
From the red zone now, Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal. From the 2 now, second and goal.
Here I come.
For Tokyo. Hey, Foxtrot.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Wins to throw again. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2.
65.
Win.
65. Say.
And after all that, he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot.
No.
No, okay.
The Packers take
Let's go,
over
baby.
first and
Let's go.
10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? That's caught at the 25. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
319.
Motion, 89. Watch it.
Easy. 319.
They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead drops from 34 down to 27. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
That's the way. Shift. Check 3.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
Go. 180. 5'9".
Get ready. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Not here.
Check 50. Joker.
Wentz now on first down. Flushed out right. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Eagles, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay,